What's up, guys? Robert here with the Piston Slap channel, and I'm coming to you from the Hungarian Ridge Trail. This is a motorcycle trail, believe it or not. Obviously, you see all the motorcycle tracks and stuff, but this is a dedicated trail for motorcycles and hikers and equestrians and quadrupeds and I don't know, horses and whatever. All right. So, if you come in at the sunset lookout, someone thought, let's scratch off the motorcycle emblem. So here's a classic example of people that are defacing stuff. Hungarian Ridge Trail, and they scraped off the motorcycle.
So can we still ride it?
Yeah, it's on the list of trails.
Why'd you scrape the motorcycle off?
Well, some tree hugger that don't like motorcycles probably came up here and scraped it off. So, I mean, that'd be like me just come up there and just take a razor blade and scrape off the hiking one and put the motorcycle. That's not cool. I mean, you might as well just, I mean, to me, that's like coming out here and littering. You know, we have as much right to this trail as anybody else that uses it. And I know that some people may disagree. Someone's like, oh, you're tearing up the environment. But it is what it is, man. This trail, I know for a fact on the other side where it comes out by Barber Flats, has the marker for the motorcycle. Because I was over there last week and I saw it. So I wouldn't want to bring you guys along on something that's not legal. I wouldn't want to put myself in that position, and I wouldn't want to, encourage others to do something that may or may not be legal, so to speak. But what a beautiful trail. Depending on the direction you're going to be traveling is probably the technical part of it, because getting up to Sunset is quite challenging. And we came up off of Rabbit Creek, I think it's 162, and that's going to be part of my single track Sunday. Holy hill climb, yeah, mighty DRZ just chugs it, just chug. Now, I'm not saying it happens on every hill climb, but for the most part, I'm kind of moto vlogging right now and not putting all my efforts into the riding. But yeah, wanted to share the trail with you guys. I always encourage you to look up your trails before you go, kind of give you the legality part of it. Here in Idaho, we have the website called idahotrails.gov, and they clearly spell it out what are motorcycle trails and not. I mean, they're even listed like color coded. So yeah, you should be able to figure it out. And I'll put a link to that website in my descriptor if you guys want to click on that. I find that a very useful tool. And there are a lot of trails that aren't listed. Let's try to slow down a bit before I make a fool of myself. Here's my buddy right there. There are a lot of trails, like I was saying, that aren't listed, that are well used. And those to me kind of fall in the gray area. Because I don't know really if it's not listed. And I came across a lot this weekend that weren't marked. I don't know if somebody pulled the markers out, but you could tell that they were well ridden. And I even had one that the marker was set in a coffee can. So you could just pick up the marker and move it wherever the heck you wanted. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the views. Update on the DRZ, the carb and the little tinkering I did with it has straightened her out tremendously. But still need to, whoa, there was a log right there sticking out of the bush. Still need to do a plug reading to make sure she's spot on. Now I understand it's not a race car or anything like that. It's not going down the drag strip. We're not trying to squeeze every little bit of ET out of it. But what I do want is a bike that functions and runs the way it should run. And I know, you know, with all the accessories that are done to this bike, it's not going to run anywhere near like a stock DRZ 400E would run. This one runs a little bit better. I've ridden the S model with that BSR carb and the S model gearing, and that's a great trail setup if you're only doing 4 service roads. Once you get past 4 service roads, you're kind of asking for trouble. And I got some video. I don't know how it's going to be, if it's going to be motovlog or whatever, but this is kind of a retalk and rethink about that. When you twist the throttle and you need the go juice, that BSR carb just didn't seem like it was happy unless we put it in neutral. Again. It just wasn't happy. It seemed like the whole time when we got on the good technical stuff. We did do a little single track with it, and it did good as long as the single track was like flowy stuff like this. But once it got technical, that's where it met its match. Yeah, we didn't want to take it out of its comfort zone too much, because then you start damaging the bike. You know, you're tearing into the clutches and stuff like that. Just a nice little downhill right here. See, and I think that S model, it would do okay on this if you could keep your speed up. But once you started losing your speed and the high gearing for the stock S model, it was just too much for it. Let the engine do some stopping. It's like literally riding right down the side of the mountain. Almost. So, yeah. Those of you that ride the S models, I'm on stock DRZ 400E gearing, and it seems to be working out great. And that's just for my riding skill. As I get better, obviously things are going to change. You know, I find more often than not, stuff like this right here is second and third gear. My mind went somewhere else on that turn. So I'm gonna call it there for the moto vlog, guys. Thanks for tuning into the Hungarian Ridge Trail moto vlog, whatever we want to call it. DRZ 400S discussion, gearing, and what we talked about as far as legalities on these trails. You know, obviously got to have your off-road sticker as well to make it 100% legal. And that's the wrap, man. That's me. I'm Robert, of course. I'm always Robert, with the Piston Slap channel. And I'll leave you with this very scenic view with, if I can get up here without falling off the trail. It's whip-de-doos. Get up here. That beautiful view. And I'm out. I'll catch you guys on the next one.